It's a familiar pattern. U.S. presidents getting elected on an anti-war platform.
I just don't think it's the role of the United States to walk into a country and say, we do it this way, so should you.
We've lost thousands of American lives, spent nearly $1 trillion, alienated allies, neglected emerging threats, all in the cause of fighting a war for well over 5 years in a country that had absolutely nothing to do with the 9/11 attacks.
I will never send our finest into battle unless necessary, and I mean absolutely necessary, and will only do so if we have a plan for victory with a capital V.
They criticize the wars of those who came before them, and they win votes for doing it.
The Clinton-Gore administration has failed to instill trust in Congress and the American people when it comes to our military and deployment of troops overseas. Governor Bush views it as a legislative overreach on powers of the presidency.
So what's missing in our debate about Iraq? This war distracts us from every threat that we face and so many opportunities we could seize. This war diminishes our security, our standing in the world, our military, our economy, and the resources that we need to confront the challenges of the 21st century.
I was against the war in Iraq because I said it's going to totally destabilize the Middle East.
But once they get elected, they can't help but start new ones. Barack Obama turned George W. Bush's 2 wars into 8, and Trump has kept those wars ticking along while threatening new ones in new regions.
I authorize the armed forces of the United States to begin a limited military action in Libya in support of an international effort to protect Libyan civilians. I have decided that the United States should take military action against Syrian regime targets.
We have troops all over the world in places that are very, very far away. Venezuela is not very far away, and the people are suffering, and they're dying. We have many options for Venezuela, including a possible military option if necessary.
Sending lethal weapons to Ukraine and escalating threats against Iran and Venezuela. Trump was elected sounding like a dove, but he's governing like a hawk. He dropped the mother of all bombs on Afghanistan and sent cruise missiles to Syria. But it's a long tradition. In 1964, Lyndon Johnson ran for president on a platform of not escalating the Vietnam War. And after he won, guess what he did? In 1916, Woodrow Wilson's campaign slogan for re-election was actually, "He kept us out of war." And after he won the vote, he got us into a new one. Presidents tend to win on anti-war platforms because Americans don't like war. However, once they're in the Oval Office, they just can't resist the temptation. So, next time you hear a candidate promising peace, look at a map and ask, where next?
Oftentimes the blame game was that not enough was done. Again, it depended upon who was in power. Obama came in ostensibly and criticized Bush for the actions in Iraq because it was then later revealed that the intelligence did not exist. Obama was less into regime change. Trump and Venezuela. I haven't heard any plan on not only how to conduct that, but what they're going to do once they achieve power, if they achieve power. In the near future, I do not see a change in this pattern. It would have been nice. You see, the United States since 1990 has really developed a pattern for military action